Well, Shane, welcome back.
Yeah, looking forward to playing for the Stars again this year. It was great fun last year being with a great group at the Melbourne Stars. We disappointed we didn't make the final last year, so hopefully we can this year. I think the team we've got on paper is a fantastic team that we've all put together. But now it's a matter of gelling that team together, building up the team spirit, getting our tactics right, batting orders and all those little things right, which we'll do over the next few months. And hopefully when we play our first game on December 7th, it'll be ready to go.
When you left the WACA last year in the big semi-final loss, did you think that was your last game of cricket?
Probably. I suppose, I wanted to be involved in the first year just to help Cricket Australia, to help out the younger players, help out the Melbourne Stars, help establish 2020. So it was from that point of view, as well as having some fun bowling again. And I suppose I did okay on the field. Looking forward to this year, even one step further, doing just as well, if not better, on the field, captaining a winning side, and gelling these guys together and help trying to impart my knowledge of 2020 a bit more from a leadership point of view. So it's quite exciting for me and quite exciting for the Stars and quite exciting for the group of all of us to have another crack at it. This franchise cricket for the Big Bash in Australia. We've got a lot of international players too, to expose them to the Australian crowds and the Australian grounds, which are different to what they've been playing on. So I think all in all, it's exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
You've achieved almost everything there is in cricket. What motivates you?
I think just the love of the game. I'm passionate about the game of cricket. I try and impart all of my knowledge onto spinners, to captains about tactics and all those types of things. I've enjoyed working in the commentary box around the world. But the love of playing the game, as long as I still can, I think I did pretty well last year. I didn't wake up every morning and go, oh my goodness, how am I going to do this? I was actually quite enjoying it. So I think while I still can, there'll be a day when I physically can't. I'm 43 this year. So there'll become a day pretty soon where I can't, and that's obviously that'll be a shame and have to move on. But while I still can, and these opportunities arise, and I try and take them. And this opportunity arose, and it's a privilege and an honour to captain the Melbourne Stars, and I'm looking forward to working with the group.
Can you tell us about your star squad this year?
Yeah, well, if you look, we've got 2 spots still available, so we haven't got a full squad yet. But the people we have signed, I think it covers all the bases of both pace, spin, all-rounders, opening batsmen, dynamic. We just got to put the puzzle together now. When you've got, something along the lines of Quiney, Hodge, Maxwell, White, Hussey, etc., Faulkner, etc. Hastings, Mackay, Malinga. We've got a pretty good side. Luke Wright. He got the fastest 100 in the tournament, in Australian domestic cricket. So we've got all the facets as a matter of now. It's hard to get a spot in the side, which is a good spot to be. There's going to be good players that are going to be left out. So it's up now in that lead up, that week or 10 days before the first game, to make sure that these guys are putting their hands up. They've got to put in form. They've got to perform in the practice matches. Yes, there's good players and all that, but we'll be picking form players. The people in form, the people that are doing well, will get a game. The others, if you're not in form and not doing well, you won't play. So it's going to be pretty strict. We're going to have a pretty disciplined side. There's going to be some non-negotiables. It's about respect, earning your stripes. It's not about promoting players, I don't think, in the Big Bash here to play for Australia. I think all of this is an experience to play for Australia. I mean, we've got state cricket, where Australia gets picked from. This is a Big Bash about winning. So if the form players, it's not about let's give them a game so they can push their thing for Australian cricket. I think it's about them performing, so Australia go, wow, he's doing really well in 2020, let's have a look at him. So that's how I'm looking at it. It's about winning the competition. This is separate to everything. This is a Big Bash 2020 tournament that all sides want to win. It's not about anything else bar having the best side out in the field and performing. It's as simple as that.
What's it like captaining a T20 game as opposed to a 50-over game or a 4-day game, and what are the challenges you face being a bowling captain?
2020 captain's basically chaotic. You have to be a couple of overs ahead of the game. You have to plan on what bowlers you want to bowl to what batsmen. So you have to keep overs up your sleeve. But then if the game dictates that you're falling behind, you have to bring back certain bowlers. You've got to understand what players don't play spin as well as fast bowling. You have to understand all that and juggle your bowlers because they've only got 4. So it's quite difficult to do that. You've got to get the field placements right. You've got to execute your plans. You can have all the plans in the world, but if the bowlers can't execute that, then it makes everyone look silly. And that's what happens in the fast forward rock and roll cricket of 2020. That's what happens. People executing skills under pressure. That's what it's about. And from a bowling captain point of view, I've found that sometimes it's when you're bowling and planning the next over, you even have to be a few overs ahead even more. You have to be so well planned and drilled. It's about set plays. It's about all of those types of things, and that's what we'll be trying to work out the months leading up to the tournament. We're making sure they're all in place and everyone knows exactly what's going on. So we've got plan A, B and C, and then when things all go AWOL, we've got plan Z as well.
Which batsman in the Big Bash League offer the biggest challenge to you?
And me as a bowler?
Yeah.
There's so many dangerous players. I don't think there's one particular player that stands out. You go, oh, I don't want to bowl to him. Basically, all batsmen are trying to hit you for six every ball you bowl, and most of them can. So it's not easy. Us bowlers know that we're going to get smacked for sixes and fours, whether we're the best bowler in the world or not. You're going to get hit for 6 and 4, so it bruises the ego a bit. The boundaries are bored in. They've got massive bats, all that sort of stuff. So us bowlers, if we can keep our bowling under 7 runs and over, take the odd wicket here or there that helps change the game, that's good, because if 5 bowlers go for 7 runs and over, that's 28 off your own bowling. There's 5. It's 140 you have to chase. You'd take 140 every time. So that's basically our bowling thing. We want to go for under 7 runs and over. If we can do under 7 runs and over, we back that if in the 8 games that we play, if we can keep all sides bowling first, say for instance, if we're in that situation, if we can keep them to 140 or less, I'll back us to win most of those games.